The following video is rated PG for puzzling gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised.
And finally, after 10,000 years of technical difficulties on the live stream, we are ready for this second quarterfinals match of the day. 3-seed FFR Pro, 6-seed tie. Welcome, puzzlers. This is your head tournament organizer, Cards of the Heart. Welcome back to the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2022, joined once again by Six. And Six, I do believe this is the first meeting between these two players, isn't it? How much are you looking forward to this?
I think there's been an official match between them before, so I think this will be one of the first. And yeah, I think this could be another very interesting one because tie at maximum power is incredibly scary, but FFR is also very, very consistent. So it'll be nice to seeing these playstyles clash.
Their peaks are actually quite a bit closer to each other than you might appear at first glance. So before we take a closer look at this matchup, let's give a little refresher as to what the format is going to be. For this matchup, this is a single elimination bracket that we are playing in the top bracket for the first time in Tetris Attack tournament history. This quarterfinals matchup is a popcorn level pick of all of the versus game levels available to the players. The players have agreed on the first of those levels to play, and the loser of the first race will get to pick another one of the levels to play, and so on and so forth until we have played through all of the levels. And that means if we get to a game 5, then the selection will actually open up again for the game 4 loser. And this is an important match for these two players because only the winner of this match is guaranteed a piece of our crowd-funded prize pool. It is at $101.64 out of our goal of $500. And if we do hit that goal, then even the loser of this match will be able to enjoy a guaranteed piece of the pool. So if you want to help our players make this experience more their while, then there is a Stream Elements link on screen to go to and support us and support our players. You can get that link in the live chat by typing !pool. And Six, we're going to be looking at this matchup very closely, aren't we? I mean, we would be set to face the winner of this matchup. So Six, what are you most looking for in this one?
For FFR versus tie, well, first off, I hope they're on their game. I know both of them can sometimes be prone to getting annoyed from things happening that this game's going to inevitably do. Hopefully it doesn't lead to tilt that affects their actual performance, because when they're both at their best, I think they can definitely do laps around the best of players at times.
Before we go forward, thanks again to the anonymous tipper for the $5, now playing the pool at $106.64 out of the goal of $500. Much appreciated for the support. And so, as we take a close look at what these players have done, it is actually Ty that has had the better qualifying experience in this one than FFR in the levels of normal and hard. Ty struggled a little bit in easy and V-hard in the qualifying, but actually just got a run submitted to the speedrun leaderboard of an easy time of 550, crawling ever closer to FFR Pro's 541 best time. So between what these two players are going to be headed towards for this matchup, this one could be very, very close. So 6, how are you predicting this match to go?
I always want them to go to all maximum games just for maximum chaos and drama factor. This is one of those matches where I think that is somewhat reasonable with all of the variants in the harder modes and the relative consistency of each of these players. Ty can have a little bit more of a stage that snowballs into dangerous times because of tendencies to be short sometimes and go into panic combos a little bit soon, but it does work a lot of the time to get pretty impressive results. I think FFR is still the favorite, but maybe like 70%, which you know, does not happen 30% of the time.
So, if I remember correctly from last year's matches, and considering I played in one of them against Ty, I believe Ty took a game off of both myself and BB Forky in the main bracket last year, so I think we might be able to count on Ty to take a game in this matchup, and one of our live Twitch chatters has put a sizable amount of channel points into guessing that Ty will win one game in this set, but FFR overall does have the higher ceiling on this one, so I do think he is going to win this match eventually. But you know, with that Tayman Yoshi result we just saw, I don't think we can actually count anyone out to do anything yet, so I think we've been keeping these players waiting long enough due to the technical issues that spawned before this match, and let's go ahead and get right into it with the 3 seed FFR Pro 21 and the 6 seed Ty taking each other on in the gold bracket quarterfinals, starting right now.
We made it. The technology is function.
Yes, after 10,000 years, we do finally have our two players in position to start this match, and unfortunately it looks like Ty does not have his game audio, and that is just fine. That is actually just fine. And before we do go a little further, let me go ahead and refresh this game feed from FFR so that it is the most current, the most peak entertainment for you guys. Hopefully that will resolve any issues going forward. I say as the stream stutters. We might be able to fix that in post. We'll see. We'll see. Alrighty then, I have told our players that they may begin. We have a ready in the race chat from FFR Pro, Ty will be resetting into a position to get ready pretty soon. And we are starting off on the hardest category in the run V hard. Like, Six, what is the V hard experience like for you?
Stressful. First off, it really involves making sure that you're used to the speed of the game so that you don't drop any chains before you intend to. And then it's mostly about hoping that the opponent AI cooperates, and if they don't, you better have sent all of the follow-up combos, or else they can punish you for a very, very long time. I'm talking stages snowballing like an extra minute or more if you're not on it. And if this just happens once to one of them, that could easily decide the V hard.
So with our timer counting down and now counting up as we wait for the streams to catch up and get started, start this game one relatively in sync, and we will see how both of our players decide to approach this level. FFR taking a little bit to find the 8 combo to start that chain, but he does get something started. Wow, Lakitu went down to 3 lines for that stage. Ty, like, oh man, Ty did not build the chain that he needed for those combos. It's really going to take a balance to get the required amount of lines to beat these opponents. Usually 7, 8, I guess if you're truly unlucky, 9 lines. That's something we will keep an eye on throughout this match.
I think these attacks look better from both players. Ty couldn't continue that chain, but I think he's dropped enough combos, except Bumpty's kind of down stacking. Oh, he just runs out of time. Okay.
There it is. 14 seconds for Ty's Bumpty compared to 20s for FFR Pro. FFR was 1 line short on his Bumpty attack. But all in all, those times are definitely what our 2 players are going to be looking for in each stage. So they can't be too disappointed with how they are playing so far.
There were some juggles from FFR that didn't go right. Okay, the bigger attack is in now, and that should be good.
And Ty's Poochie went down to 3 lines. Ty was not prepared to send more.
He did that thing where if you do more combos and chains close to another one, it glues all the garbage together, so it didn't fall until Poochie made another clear. That's an annoying factor in this game.
And, like, it happens in Pokemon Puzzle League also, but the window is much smaller to trigger it than in this game. So it's definitely something you have to think about more during these runs, especially with both of these players. Ty is known a bit more infamously, I think even in PvP circles, for sending a litany of 4 combos. So both of these players are capable of very combo-heavy attacks. So if they want to keep that combo garbage falling, they need to be aware of when their combo garbage is in the opponent's queue.
And the other issue is that a 4 right after a 4 doesn't really do much unless you do yet another 4. They'll all just slot right in place next to each other instead of creating new lines.
Unless you're making 4 combos outside of a chain sequence, the combos aren't really going to stack well enough to do anything for you. So players will probably be encouraged to open with 5 combos and 6 combos just to make things that will stack better. Ooh, FFR's Blarg went down to row 3, as did Ty's Froggy. These CPUs are out for blood.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, but they choose to treat everybody with the same amount of salt on average, so just keep at it.
With that, FFR Pro has extended this lead to a full stage as Ty looks to get past the halfway point of this run. And Lungefish here tends to be one of those foes that requires a bit more garbage, as he is showing there. 9 lines required to beat that stage in under 25 seconds. Just very fortunate for FFR to have sent enough combos to make that work. They're certainly... Go ahead.
6-4 combos in a row there next to Blarg so that it didn't quite top him out, and so he had to send a follow-up attack that wasn't there in time. That's... Gotta get at least 1 5 in there somewhere to make that stack nicely.
I mean, Ty wouldn't be Ty if he wasn't sending a bunch of 4 combos, so it's on brand for him at least. Okay, FFR might be getting into a bit of a vicious cycle with Raphael here. Keeps getting not topped out. Actually, FFR getting topped out that bit later into the match.
Well, it's a lot of panels, and they're going to fall into chains.
Oh man.
He's getting a little bit confused here, but keeps finding 3 pops to stall a little bit more, and more, and more, and even more.
Goodness gracious. Oh, combo kill! Oh, we talked about Pokemon Puzzle League. There's a Pokemon Puzzle League style inspired combo-induced kill. There was a way for Raven to get out of that. At least I thought there was an arrangement of panels to do it, but because that small garbage block fell into that low of the area of the opponent's stack, they're only looking underneath the lowest garbage block on their board. So they got fooled into thinking that they had no more moves.
Oh, okay, FFR was hoping that Hookbill wouldn't D-pillar there, but now has to send like 4 more lines because he did.
Jeez, it's so hard to be completely on top of how much garbage you need to send. There's a lot of looking at your opponent's stack that has to be done, all while looking at your own stack to figure out how to continue chains as necessary. So it's like you're having to send your eyes onto like 2 different trajectories, trying to focus on different things. It's a bit tricky to deal with.
Just buy more eyes.
Of course. Can't everyone buy more eyes? FFR on to stage 10.
I don't know if that's what he intended to do, but he's still continuing the chain. Can I take care of the left side?
Ooh,
Yes, but the extra combos get the
there
kill.
it is. That is the benefit of the combo heavy attack. That spam, that combo storm, as we call it, does make it so that the new garbage blocks that appear on screen are only small ones, which make the opponent's screen shake very minimally. That does allow these opponents to lose that much sooner.
Maybe a bit of a short attack from FFR, now resorting to combos. But Kamek is going pretty low. I don't know if that's enough still.
As long as everything falls, that will do.
Wow.
That is an absolute domination of the penultimate boss of V-Hard.
If he did 1 less combo, I think he was about to be in Kamek jail. Oh, Ty needs to drop this? Yeah, there we go. That's
Oh,
satisfying.
baby. Oh, that feels so good. But Bowser is going to have to be a troll if Ty is going to get back into this race. FFR is on the way.
You're already, oh,
That's-
cutting it off at 5 lines to try and...
That's very short.
Now we're probably going to get a lot more lines in after seeing how many chains Bowser is doing. Gonna go down to the 3rd row.
Wow.
But he leaves it clear.
Is Bowser going to have any time after this? No, he does not.
And there he goes.
FFR Pro wins Game 1 with a V-Hard time of 9 minutes, 15 seconds. That is good enough. Star number 1.
I've actually had a pretty good cake. Just some of the early stages that had a bit of a bobble and being short, and if artists got there in faster attacks.
Again, we don't have game audio from Ty at the moment, but considering how much effort Ty took to even get this stream live in the first place, shouldn't be too much of a surprise. Very understandable. Alright, Ty is done now with V-Hard. That time being 10 minutes, 19 seconds. Not the time that he was necessarily hoping for. The early game really did not do him favors in that one. That in mind, Ty has decided to take Game 2. Maybe we don't need it this hard. Let's go back to normal for a second. Normal and hard were the two levels that Ty had better qualifying times than FFR Pro in. Like honestly, that's a bit misleading since FFR spent a bit more time than maybe he was comfortable with trying to improve his V-Hard. So it didn't really. So it is as you often say, Six. It's a sample size thing.
Smaller data points will do that sometimes. Overall, I think both of these players are pretty comfortable with normal and its speed, and kind of benefits the more combo-heavy weaving players. So I expect to see even more combos served along with the main course of the chains.
Yes, this normal level does play at the same speed as Pokemon Puzzle League's hardest one-player stadium levels. These two do play a fair amount of Pokemon Puzzle League, FFR by far having the superior speedrun experience with Pokemon Puzzle League. Probably would feel most at home in the normal level compared to the others. But here we go with Game 2. Let's see how these players will approach this level. A little bit of a surprise clearing, surprise matching. Maybe took FFR off guard for just a little bit, but still enough for a 17.
Segmented from both players, but FFR's fall up a little bit cleaner.
And sometimes that margin can be the whole difference. Like whether one person gets a garbage clear, the other doesn't. That can prove to be all the difference on the lower levels.
Quick 6 lines from FFR? Either way, Bumpty found a clear, but there's plenty of combos above it now.
FFR is one of the few players in our field who could overcome more easily a somewhat lackluster opening attack with a smattering of extra combos. FFR does have one of the fastest cursors in our community. Always has shown off some flashy plays for the years that
yes,
he has been playing and winning our tournaments. In fact, along with myself, FFR is one of the only 3-time LPS main tournament champions. Major tournament champions, as it were. So, FFR has been showing excellence on this stage for a long time.
Working on both halves of the board to do different things to be more efficient, and it works there.
Still managing to get under 15 seconds with that one. That would be ideal. Oh, Ty barely escapes certain doom on that Wiggler with a 16. Times are not looking terrible so far. FFR has just been ever so slightly more efficient.
Probably got to clear there, but just a small combo is going to drop and finish him, so that's fine. Okay, nice timing, spacing that out. Frog is in the wrong position. It's going to down stack 1, but there's a combo up above to get him in 16.
That is kind of the ideal attack, the ideal safe attack, I would say. Just a chain big enough to cover the screen with 3 rows of combo garbage. Like, when that transforms, that tends to get these foes scrolling to the top of their stack. Fortunately, FFR doesn't have to worry about any garbage in that attack. Still getting a 20-second result. I'm sorry, game. Don't be giving Ty's Blarg an extra chain. These foes don't know how to chain. They don't ever learn how to chain at this level. So it's just coincidence and frustration abound when they do get those kinds of random chains.
That's a low fish, but FFR did send enough to compensate for that. Beautiful.
That will do just fine. And again, I think we're seeing Ty more apt to just make more combos than continue the chains.
It made fish clear a smaller amount, but it did still increase the deficit a bit.
Ooh, FFR needs this little bit to fall, and that
Smart
will
cut
be
off.
enough for an 18.
He knew exactly how much more he needed to send and did exactly that and no more.
Sometimes that just requires experience with the category, and both of these players have had quite a few runs in these categories, but FFR has been speedrunning this game since at least 2013.
This really isn't a bad normal pace for either player at the moment.
No, both players made it to the Cave of Wickedness under 5 minutes.
Ooh, nice. Exactly
pretty,
what FFR needed there.
Pretty nice exacta kill from FFR there, and now he is 2 stages away from blowing this match wide open.
That seems pretty solid from Ty as well, though. Oh, but the clear! Unlucky.
Not sure how he could have set that attack any faster, but just otherwise unfortunate. Seems like Ty did what he needed to do.
This is a good opening on the plant. There is a clear, but combo garbage is going to drop quickly, and no shake time, and there we go. One more stage to secure the normal win.
Just as a reminder, I believe FFR finished his normal qualifying at 6:38, so he's actually on quite the pace to beat that.
Even lines.
Kamek
Okay,
does
got,
have a
like-
tendency to get a bit low.
We've got 9 lines of attacks. The rest is coming in now. Is Kamek going to get to a clear? He is not. That is very impressive.
Oh yes, that is even better than anything Ty did in qualifying. 6:22, the normal time for our TA 2021 champion. Ty looking to try and bounce back from this. This stage looks fine enough. A few extra 4 combos
Kamek.
necessary, but okay. Okay, I don't know what.
A few more combos and this will work.
I don't know what Ty was supposed to do with that. Kamek had
Should be
that
fine now.
lined up
Yep.
either way. And there it is. Ty finishing normal in a time of 7 minutes, 10 seconds. Let's make sure that our 3 seed gets his well-earned 2nd star. Now, the decision that Ty has made for Game 3, potentially his final game in this tournament, this being single elimination, could be out just as early as he goes in. Going to be on pink card. So we get the game speed of V Hard without the ridiculous CPU speed of V Hard. I think Ty might think he's a bit on the outmatched side on easy with FFR. So, if he does feel that way, this might be the only worthwhile choice left for him.
It's a little bit rough either way, but if you're comfortable with the speed, just go for it. Play everything solidly. Get there on one attack every time, and then hope from there.
And there we go. Game 3 is underway. Yeah, I think there's just something to be said in general for trying to play the variance card when you might feel a bit on the outmatched side. If you think you're outmatched, you probably want to play the levels that will produce
A lot of
the
singles.
most variance.
Okay.
2 decent starts for our players. 15 seconds for FFR, 20 seconds for Ty. I think our top players would like to get every single hard stage in under 15 seconds. So that's probably in line with what FFR is looking for. Ooh, nice tight little swap
Nice.
from FFR to make that into a chain. And that will
Very
be just
cooperative.
fine for 13.
I found a way to weave in an 8 combo. His bumpy's going a lot lower, but he sent enough lines in response.
And Ty, definitely very scary when his combos are on point. Definitely one of the fastest cursors in our community. That the PvP experience that Ty brings to these speedruns definitely helps him a good deal. That's good enough for a 19 on Poochie, and that's a 16 for Ty's Gucci. So a few seconds made up. It's like, yeah, that's fine. And Ty's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. It's fine. It's fine for now.
You just gotta keep it somewhat close. Nice 11 combo weave.
11 combo swag. Oh, Wiggler's gonna get a chain off of that, of course.
Again, all singles.
Wow. Just barely out of position to get to that. It's gonna lead to a 15. Oh, Ty's Wiggler is getting to that and getting to a chain. Leads right to a match. And that should probably be all that Wiggler wrote. FFR, one of the best in the community at making lag chains. At that display being fully showcased here, even if the attack was just a little bit short, but still keeping the stages under 20 seconds, so it's really not all that bad.
Not punished there. A little bit scary, but it worked out. I think Ty dropped his intended opening and has to find a backup. This might work. As soon as Froggy stops matching stuff on the bottom conveniently.
That kind of stage is a way to confuse players into thinking that these foes can chain, because that almost looked deliberate for Froggy. Oh no! That
Drop it?
took some extra spam from FFR, but three down to 3 lines. Yeah, those 9-line required stages can be very frustrating to play against. It's bad enough to prepare to send 7, 8 lines of garbage, but when you need that 9th line, this seems to sting extra.
Okay, Ty had a little bit of a drop midway through, but made up for it. Still got a stage under 20. Kind of a relief when that happens.
And FFR had to rocket over from one side to the other to get to that X5 part of the chain, and he needed every bit of that for that kill. Lungefish and Raphael tend to want to force more attacks. Oh, a 12! Ty giving the fist pump for that.
Sent plenty of lines, and AI is cooperative sometimes.
Ooh, FFR's attack gets sent right into a garbage clear. Get an 8 combo, a chain. Jeez, very lucky, very lucky instances the game is giving these foes. But even with that, FFR is able to overcome it all and get into the cave under 5 minutes. Ty is fairly close behind, so it's not the end of the world, though I do find hard foes to be a bit more forgiving than even normal foes. It seems like they have the aggression that gets carried into V-Hard, but they don't have the speed, so stages like that tend to happen quite a bit in my experience.
It took FFR a few times to find the opening. If Hookbill downstacked that was going to take a lot longer, so good for him to stop when he did.
Okay, Ty storms off a few extra lines onto this Hookbill, and that is fine for a 20. More is going to have to be done. Ooh, the slide from FFR to keep the chain alive. May have needed every bit of that, and then some. Wow.
Are there any more combos in the queue? No, I think that happened too fast. They're in now. Watch your head. Okay. I think we're fine. Uh-oh.
Fine, as long as everything lands. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Get conched.
But Ty is a solid opening attack. This could close the gap.
It will definitely close the gap. Oh, the 14s.
Like 15 seconds.
Oh, we love to see those late games. You know, a couple more of those, and look out. We might be on the road to things changing.
Okay, that happens again, then maybe. FFR is trying to find a new chain there after that 8. It's all combos. Kamdik is Oh, he's finding a down stack now, but now it has to deal with the right pillar.
Ah.
We can't.
Oh my. Oh, okay. Ty
Okay.
made up a couple more seconds. All right. We are
Yeah, you're
now.
not gonna...
We are now onto the final stage. FFR Pro has a chance to close out the match right here.
You can get away with those smaller attacks in pink card. I think FFR is going to go for it again and cut it off here.
That looks
And then you
so
follow
good,
just in
especially with
case.
the 9 combo in the middle of that.
Right side. I think there's more
Goodness
combos
gracious. That garbage
coming.
clear.
Third one.
Oh, Ty's
That's
Bowser went for a 5 combo clear, and that will give it that race to Ty.
What a cooperative, gentle Bowser.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, well, well. So FFR Pro finishes Game 3 with a time of 7 minutes 40 seconds. But 7:29 from Ty is going to be enough to win star number 1.
Haha, you thought it was over. No, more drama. We need more of the drama.
It is not a shutout this time. Ty always seems to be counted on to be able to take a game. And it doesn't seem to matter what the situation. It seems like he's always able to pluck something out. So here we go. There's only one level left for this game 4. And it's time to take things easy.
Yeah, and FFR should be a favorite here with the way he's able to consistently get in all those weave combo and chain attacks, and Bowser can't affect the match if you never face him.
I mean, there does exist a password to play Easy Bowser, and Easy Kamek, for that matter. They're not super functional, but they are there. I think I have a video on YouTube about those passwords. I think FFR Pro has a video on YouTube about some of those passwords. There are some passwords that the game will not give you that produce some hilarious results. But maybe that's a subject for another time. No Bowser in this run. No Kamek in this run. This is going to Stage 10 Piranha Plant. And Ty needs this to stay alive. Maybe sabotaging FFR's broadcast is the way Ty wins this. But here we go.
Now we can just focus on his opening, which seems pretty healthy. Maybe some overkill, but... Maybe a lot of
a bit too
overkill,
much
but
delay. It was too much delay. I saw the idea there.
I think he was playing around waiting for that clear, but sometimes they just really don't move until something drops, and then they go tra-la-la-la-la, clear the block.
Like, playing around the garbage clears is the most difficult part about going fast on easy. Like, this is not a hard level to play by any stretch, but being one line short can be a bit tricky. Still under 15 seconds. That is really not an easy time to get on easy mode.
Yeah, and even with the last combo block desynced from the rest, still, that leaves a room for punishment, but got away with it there.
FFR tried to slide that 6 chain into place, would have needed it to secure that stage. But as it stands now, Poochie is getting a garbage clear wasting a few extra seconds, and Tai Poochie gets a garbage clear as well.
That was a chance to close it right back in, but no, one clear on each side.
Dodging the garbage clears is the #1 challenge of easy mode.
FFR opens with an 8 and then finds a way to get, like, chains on both sides for each of them. That's probably one of the cleanest easy attacks you can get.
I don't know if we saw... I don't think we saw a cleaner easy stage from Yoshi. Like, it feels like FFR and Yoshi are two of the very few people in this field that could pull off what FFR just did. And this is building up a lead that is very much out of control already, and that is a way out of position Froggy to change the tide of this battle any further. So, I don't know what Tai is going to need to get back in this race, but some sort of divine intervention might have to come in to save him.
At this point, there's gonna have to be a series of easy trolls as well as Tai getting, like, perfect attacks. And FFR's not gonna step off the gas pedal with these openings either. All of them have been on point.
Like, FFR is one of the people that you just have to, like, sit and watch how fast they play. Their speed, the speed of the likes of FFR, of Yoshi, and to some extent Tai as well. They can be quite mesmerizing to watch.
I think this needs, like, one more line, but it's gonna be in there pretty quickly, and Fish just doesn't have any clears.
Like, Tai's just losing a few seconds each and every stage, and that has built up to a full stage deficit with 3 stages for FFR to go. Does seem like FFR is going to be able to close this out.
Ooh, a bit of a execution oopsie, but the remaining lines are in now.
And that's honestly fine, because that was pretty minimal on the garbage transformation. Not a lot of time was lost on the garbage transformation, and with both players getting the same times on their respective stages, it is a full stage lead as FFR Pro enters the cave.
This is basically going to require a major slip-up at this point. Okay, I mean, that wasn't the cleanest opening. Gonna have to send more chains, because he's going to, like, the 4th row.
Oh,
That's
that is
exactly enough.
Yep, it was exactly
There we
enough. And FFR Pro is 1 stage away from getting in the position to find out tomorrow as we look at which one of us is going to meet him. Let's see if FFR can close the deal.
Need a clean attack. There's 2 lines, 3 lines, 5
Lots of
lines.
4 combos there. Very Tai-like in that
I think
approach.
that's 7 lines? Okay.
Jeez, that was big.
Oh.
Will
So
Plant
there's
have
a
time for
clear.
anything else?
It's not gonna chain into anything, and Plant's not getting to the left.
No!
GG!
Well, well, well. Well, the official time for that easy run for our 3 seed, 5:55. Wow.
High 5.
High fives indeed to our 3 seed. Job well done. Look at little Vaporeon joining the party. Celebrate. Woohoo!
And yeah, I don't think there's much Tai could have really done about that. That's very close to invincible.
But at least we've got a very crushed, squished plant at the very end. So, we do end on a good note for an easy time of 6 minutes 53 seconds officially for tie, but it is not enough on this day. FFR Pro 21 takes the 3rd star and the win. Well earned, well fought from both of our players. And it will be FFR Pro that will be awaiting the winner. We get a look at this bracket. It is the winner of the two of us, 6, playing tomorrow to find out who is going to grace FFR's presence in the gold semifinals, where it becomes V-Hard only best of 7. 6, what are you planning to do to prepare for tomorrow?
I am preparing to have no expectations whatsoever, so all of the pressure is on my Cards of the Heart-shaped opponent.
You would think. I think this falls under the definition of a trap game. Like this feels like one of those matches where someone could be looking a little too far forward, possibly. Because it's like this match is going to be a tough one, but then FFR Pro is definitely next, and it's like, ooh, I don't know about this one.
I can take him.
Yeah, you have. Yes, you have. you have taken him, as have I. That's gonna be a fun one to get to, and FFR is just one of those players that has put so much into this game, into being good at this game. Just amazing to see how it all has turned out. So I think that is going to do it for our broadcast day. Let's take a look at what is coming up tomorrow. We have our updated schedule, starting off with the silver quarterfinals tomorrow. 12 seed Lunar Chimera and 13 seed Zeppelander. The battle of the VTubers. Talk about the PvP invasion in the speedrun community. How about the VTuber invasion? That is definitely an angle that those two players have hyped up for this one. So that's gonna be that's gonna be a good one. Then as said before, after that, the other two gold quarterfinals will be played. Myself and 6 here will be first, and then the Beefin 314 with his tournament debut, looking to make a statement against the 5 seed Tetris Attacker. And congratulations for whoever wins that match. You've got Yoshi next, so have fun with that. This is just going to be so exciting. I don't know what else to say about how this tournament has already gone and how it's going to go. 6, you got any final thoughts on this?
Looking forward to seeing the debut of Beefin in an official match. I know he's got the grind mindset. Can he do the clutch singular run when you can't reset? We shall see.
We shall see, indeed. It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. You guys will not want to miss it. So that is going to do it for us for this broadcast. For everyone else at the league, of Puzzle Speedrunners, including 6 and all of our players. This has been Cards of the Heart. Until next time, everyone, thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
And happy puzzling.